The juggernaut Joe Joyce versus Kash Ali, 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. Let's get into it. Let's start with that juggernaut Joe Joyce. 15 wins, 2 losses, 14 wins by way of knockout. We saw Joe Joyce last year. He fought the Big Bang, Zheli Zhang, both times. Suffered the first and the second loss of his career. First fight got stopped in 6 rounds. Second fight got stopped in 3 rounds. We've got enough of a sample size to know what Joe Joyce is about. Straightforward fighter, old school fighter, George Foreman type of heavyweight. Come forward, walk forward, and keep punching at you until he punches through you and until he breaks you down, breaks his opponent down, and they fall into the canvas and stops them. He's been doing that his whole career, right? The win when he fought Joseph Parker is actually aging really, really well right now. Part of what makes Joe Joyce so successful is the fact that he can hit and he can take a punch. You know what I'm saying? He can hit and he can take a hit. He's not the fastest guy. His hands are slow. His feet are heavy and they're slow, right? He tried to box a little bit when he fought Zhang in the second fight and it didn't work out for him, right? I never want to see Joe Joyce boxing. I never want to see Joe Joyce on the back foot moving around the ring. That's not the Joe Joyce that has been successful. Now, I get the fact that he did lose the fight against Zhang, so it made him want to do something a little bit differently. I'm not saying an old dog can't learn new tricks. I'm just saying you are who you are, and you got to be that person. And Joe Joyce is a come forward style of fighter. Now, with that being said, the only thing that I'm curious about in this fight, I know what I'm going to get from Joe Joyce. I know who he is. You know who he is. We know what we're going to get. But the question that many of us have is, what's that chin going to look like? Right? Can he take a punch again? Has Zhang cracked him enough times in the chin where that chin has now been softened to the point where if somebody else hits him, that could be the punch that takes him out? It has happened before. Is this the case here? And we won't know until we see how it is inside of the ring. But that chin has always bailed Joe Joyce out. It has always been the thing that has been the foundation, the cornerstone, right? He's got heavy hands. We know he can punch. Offensively, we know what he can do. But that chin, man, has that chin been cracked? Is that chin still durable? What's the punch resistance like now that he has been, as Bang would say, banged out? That's the only thing that I have for me. And that's going to be a big question mark that is going to be answered in this fight. Will he be afraid to hit again? Obviously, we'll see on the night. Let's talk about his opponent, Kash Ali. 21 wins, 2 losses, 12 wins by way of knockout. He fought once last year, and he is coming off of a loss against a guy who is not really a big puncher, more of a boxer type of guy. Also a guy who hasn't been stopped before in those losses. He got DQ'd in 2019 against David Price for biting, right? You look at his resume, the level of competition that he's faced hasn't been too stellar, not very great. If he can get past Joe Joyce, this is by far will be the biggest win of his career. Ali is a big heavyweight that likes to move. He doesn't seem to have devastating power, but he does have a good jab, and he's got a little slickness to him, right? Like he slips in combinations, and he's able to land very quick in punishing uppercuts. I didn't think he had an uppercut as effective and as efficient as he does. So that's going to be a very strong thing that he can lean on in this fight, right? He's got good hand speed, right? But again, that uppercut is what he's going to be looking to set up. And that could be the money shot that could work in his favor if Juggernaut's chin has been softened up a little bit. Now, I've watched some of his recent interviews to get a feel for him and the mentality that he is in this fight. And he's been sparring and training with Tyson Fury as he's been preparing for this fight. And you would have to think that he's been able to take some of what Tyson Fury has taught him and going to apply it in this fight. The question is, in any type of boxing matches, can you execute that in real time? And that's going to be the question. Can he execute? Can he find the timing? Can he land the uppercuts? Can he stay composed when the pressure is facing him right in his face? I give Ali a chance in this fight to beat Joe Joyce. It's a question, though, can he do it on the night? So who wins? Again, the question that I have is what's left of Joyce's chin, man. He's never been in waters like this where he's lost. I mean, he's coming off two back-to-back devastating losses, and the last knockout was vicious. And so you're never sure how someone is going to come back after that. But the thing is, Ali isn't the puncher that Big Bang is. So that's got to feel a little bit more confident for Joyce to be moving in this direction. However, it is heavyweight boxing, and if Ali can land the right shot at the right time, who knows what that shot could do. I'm not expecting Ali to fight right in front of Joyce. I'm expecting him to move around the ring, use his jab, and trying to create separation, and maybe even trying to tire him out and use his jab and his speed to be able to get out of the way. Now, he's not the fastest guy, but he's faster than most heavyweights, especially for his size. So if he can land an uppercut, though, man, and if he can get the Juggernaut fighting off the back foot, even for a second, if he can hit Joyce in the chin, that makes him doubt himself a little bit, man, that could really change the trajectory of this fight. Because again, Ali is going to try to set up that uppercut. We know what Joyce is going to do. He's going to come forward. He's going to let his hands go, and he's going to be reliant on that chin again to help him win this fight, along with the power and the pressure and the aggression and the physical force that he is. Now, I don't think Ali is as good as Daniel Dubois, nor do I think he is as good as Joseph Parker. So if Joyce's chin, to me, is half the chin that it once was, man, he should win this fight. And I think Joyce is going to win this fight by late stoppage. It's only 10 rounds, so I think the stoppage comes in the second half of the fight, between rounds 6 to 10 for me. But the question is, what is left of his chin? I still think his chin is still got a little bit of steel to it. I like Joyce to win this fight by late stoppage. What are your thoughts on this fight? Who do you have winning this one? Let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a couple ways you can do so. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like support by way of donation, you can find options in the description below. Also, my Cash App handle will be on screen as well. Any amount goes towards the growth of this channel. It will be greatly, greatly appreciated. Shout out to everybody that continues to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Man, I appreciate each of you. So with all that being said, if you've been watching the video, this don't do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.